What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team's Home Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Salamangreat going up against Fire King Snake Eye, one of the best decks of the format. Two fire decks are getting extremely boosted with Premiere and Princess from the Phantom Nightmare set here. Before we dive in over like, comment, subscribe, we are going to be seeing the Snake Eye deck choosing to go first here with a Wanted in the draw phase, searching for a Diabell Star here. This tends to mean that they do have also a copy of Snake Eye Ash, which we're going to see them activate. You can debate that you want to be doing that in the main phase, then be able to chain to the Ash. If you get hit with a Droll, which are going to be seeing dropped here, and then we're going to still be able to activate the Poplar effect to summon himself out. This is going to be extremely good because we do have the copy of the Diabell Star, which can actually set the origins. Then we can just activate the effect to be able to put it back in the spell and trap card zone. So having that additional material for the origins or the Snake Eye Ash here. But we will see a copy of Diabell Star being summoned by sending the Poplar. Poplar will be able to also spell and trap card itself, and we also chain blocking with the Diabell Star, being able to actually set that copy of the origins, which we would have been able to see potentially a. Well, I guess Imperm Veiler doesn't really just get chain blocked, so we're going to then send the Poplar to be able to summon, and this is going to be the power of the pure Snake Eye deck. Like, unfortunately, we can't actually summon out a copy of Ponix, because the Droll definitely hurts the Snake Eye deck, Fire King version, a lot more than just pure Snake Eyes, because in this build, you're kind of like locked into going into your Snake Eye combo, because you can't search off the Ponix, which is like the best card of the Ponix strategy, being able to go for the copy of Island, then Island go for a copy of either Kieran, and we see in the hand he has Garunix, so they would go for the Kieran here. But if you didn't have the Garunix in the hand, you'd go for the Garunix on the Destruction. But we're going to be seeing the Oak Reborn with the Poplar, then we're going to go Ash into a copy of the Flamebridge here, and we could have already gone for the copy of Link Kuriboh there, and then go into the Flamebridge, but we choose to just not go for Poplar into Link Kuriboh. This could be because this is the 5th summon as well. I'm not too sure. We have Ponix, or we have Poplar 1, Ash 2. No, this is definitely the 6th summon here. So there might have been a world where we just go for the copy to bring out. We might see the Oak. Yeah, Oak's going to go for the copy of Link Kuriboh here. And then we can go for a copy of IP. And we are going to be summoning back out with the Flamebridge. Link away into a Princess. Princess is going to be able to bring back out the copy of the Flamebridge here. What's pretty good is we could drop Nib right now and it's just like extremely turn ending. Like, there's a lot of cards that if you just hold Nib, they don't really go for a negate unless they go for Arvada, and like Arvada is normally just at a 1 of, so it's like not that crazy. And then we're going to be putting in the spell and trap card zone a copy of the Diabell Star. This because then when it gets sent to the graveyard during our opponent's turn, it can actually summon itself back out. Obviously, the Princess is not on the field here, but we do still have Princess on the field, so we can't activate the Flamebridge effect. But we can just go IP with the Princess. We are going to go for a copy of the Silent Mining, setting a copy of Spin. He's going to get hit with an Ash Blossom, which is a pretty nice card, going -2 here. We do have the copy of the Will of the Salamangreat, which can actually summon out. And this is going to let us start our plays. We may not have any other cards really to play with, though. They're going to think here, they're thinking about going for IP. IP can go for an SP if they wanted to. Or I guess they're locked into fire, so they have to go into a fire. And they can't go for Sunlight Wolf. They can't go for Heat Soul. They just go for Anvil Whale, I guess. Yeah, I guess we just go for Anvil Whale here, which is going to be pretty decent. You know, going to be a fire for the princess. Then we're gonna go for the Balinks here. On the summon, we could just go Princess Pop Pop. So we are also gonna pop in the Will, so they don't have it for the follow up as well. We can then chain the copy of the Flamebird to summon out the copy the um of the Diabell, which can then set us to Wanted if we wanted to as well. Spinny can still reborn himself due to us controlling a copy of a Salamangreat monster. So we could definitely get rid of that so they can't start link climbing. But like the next card they're going to link into is going to be like a copy of either Sunlight Wolf or like a Wicked or anything else. They're not fire locked yet, so it's like there's not really much danger that we have. The question is like what's next? And they do have 3 cards left in the hand here. And we're going to go Princess on the Flamebird here, and then we chain Flamebird on the Diabell Star. Okay. And we're just going to see Salamangreat scoop it up here right away. You know, yeah, they're going to be able to destroy and then summon back out 2. 2 will be able to search. Princess on the field is not the greatest, but then if you get destroyed the Anvil Whale, then they're going to be able to summon back out. You get to destroy the Anvil Whale first prior to destroying the copy of the Princess. Flamebird's going to get like Ash and Oak or Ash and Poplar. Poplar will get to also search, and then Ash will be able to search. You know, we're essentially just going for like a full combo and going to be able to just like add everything we want to, which is like the pure power of Snake Eyes. Going for that consistency, continuously, turn after turn, just getting more cards every single turn. Get like it's like break the board now or essentially lose. Being able to search like Ash off Ash is kind of disgusting, which is why some people are saying like, you know, we need to hit Ash down to 1. Some people are saying, you know, hit Poplar to 1. Some are saying Princess needs to go. Other people are saying like Origins to 1. And, you know, there's the debate. Just cut down Wanteds. And then the more you play, less Wanteds. And the more Diabell Stars you play. It's like, are we really going to see like Diabell Star to 1, Wanted to 1? Or like, are we going to kill the engine altogether? We're just going like no Origins. Are we going to go like less Ash? And then if you play less Ash, and you could play like more copies of Origins or more copies of Poplar. It's like they don't do the same, but the power of the deck is still there. Especially when you have like power cards that we just haven't seen in so long, like Monster Reborn, which some players are playing due to like just a strong power of it just being an extender at any point of time. And like when your monsters are so good, you can just play Monster Reborn compared to like other times like when it's just not that good. We're gonna see them go for into game 2 here. Salamangreat starting off with a copy of the Circle. Circle go for fire, and then we're going to be going for Circle. Oh, we're going to be going fire to search for a Gazelle. It looks like here that the Fire King Snake Eye player opened up a copy of Island as well, and not the best. You know, you're playing like 17 hand traps, you don't see any of them. Pretty crazy when that happens. And there are other times where, you know, you open an absolute stone like Ash, Kieran. It's just absolutely busted here. So we're going to be seeing the Salamangreat go for a combo. Going for the summon, and then we're going to be dumping from our deck with Gazelle, or no? No, we're not even choosing to do that. Okay, going for a copy of the Mirage Stalio. They're going to activate the effect here, and they do have the Ash Blossom, which is going to stop a summon from the Mirage Stalio here. But we have a Silent Minding going to be able to pitch, and they're going to pitch a Drolan Lockbird here to go for the copy of the Weasel. We do have 2 Salamangreat monsters in the graveyard, therefore we can summon out the Weasel here. And we still have plays. So we get to link 4 into a copy of, or link 3 into a copy of Princess here. Princess can reborn back out. You know, we are going to get more support with the Salamangreat monsters, like a new little baby Heat Soul. That's a main deck monster that like lets you link summon during your opponent's turn. So you can actually go for like the other Raging Phoenix. I think it's like something Phoenix, and like actually just like super polished, or not super polished, but blows up your opponent's board. Pretty cool. We're going to see us go for a copy of Raging Phoenix here, and then we can relink with the Raging Phoenix to actually be able to search for a trap. which we are going to be doing here. And that's going to be able to activate the effect of the Raging Phoenix. And we're also going to go for the copy of Spinny here. Or we're going to go for the copy of the Weasel, giving our opponent a Spinny and summoning out. This actually can also trigger the Princess here, which is really cool. And we are going to be searching for a Roar. And then we're going to go Princess effect. And we do protect our copy of Raging Phoenix with the copy of Balings there. We do have a Will, which can send to summon out 4 here. So this is going to be the big combo. So it's like we're no longer playing the copy of the level 3 guy, or the rank 3. But we do have Nib here, so Ash Nib is pretty much an FTK against fire decks. It is going to be a huge token, but their board's essentially just gone, so they will be at a loss here. We're going to see them set 2 cards and just pass on this. But will we have anything to play through and with the Nib? Like, Nib's not going to be big enough to beat over. I guess, Princess and Raging Phoenix both have 0 attack. It potentially could be big enough. I'm actually not even sure. I feel like some of these Salamangreat main deck monsters have a little bit of defense, though. We do see a Super Poly in the hand as well here, and another Nibiru. I think also a Diabellstar as well. I could be mistaken, though. But yeah, 3 cards in the hand is absolutely useless here without another fire. We're going to add for the island, maybe hoping that they do negate that. Yeah, we're going to activate the effect of Island, destroying the Nibiru, which can then search us for a fire. We can go for the Ponix if we wanted to. We can't really go for a Garunix because a fire was not destroyed. And we could potentially go for a copy of a Kieran and then have, we have Diabellstar in the hand, Diabellstar send. Go for Origins, and Origins can actually get the effect. We do have Diabellstar, yeah, so that's really what we can do. We're going to go effect Nib send to go for a Diabellstar. Diabellstar is going to activate its effects, being able to set an Origins here. So it's also important that we noted that he kept the copy of Super Poly in the hand. That's because Super Poly is really good against this deck, and if he doesn't think he can actually break the board, setting a Super Poly can be extremely detrimental to destroy the combo, in the crackback when they're making a board. Being able to just go for Garua for 2 Fire Cybers is absolutely insane, and keeping that card in the hand is just a powerhouse of a card. Especially when they did not see it game 1. Going second, I feel like they end up losing this game as well, without even using the effect of Super Poly. Having the copy here of what? We sent Island here. I guess you have to go for Ash. And then Chainlink 1 is going to be the Island. Chainlink 2 is going to be Ash. We will get the Poplar summon here. And we do have a copy of Summon Limit. This is a very popular tech in most decks currently. Going to be stopping us from summoning here. The effect did activate, but it cannot resolve. Therefore, it's going to just stay in the hands, I do believe. Which can be quite good. But like once again, having that copy of Super Poly here, they could potentially chain the effect of Kieran to destroy to summon out, but the Kieran's not going to do anything there for us, especially without the Garunix in the graveyard or any other Fire King card in the hand. You also want to keep the copy of... Well, you have to keep a card in the hand for the copy of Super Poly there. It's just asking here for a ruling. So you can activate the effect, but just will not resolve here. Or they're asking for a Chow Fang. I guess 2 rulings here is going to activate, but are going to activate. 2 rulings here are going to be asked. Someone's going to ask about the Chow Fang, and then we're going to ask... Oh, you have Did somebody get locked with Chow Fang? Or someone trying to put Chow Fang in the spell and trap card zone so that... Yeah, Poplar like activates the effect, but like even if you Gamma under summon limit, you just don't summon. So just keep it in the hand, which is fine. But we get to set a Super Poly and a monster, I guess, and just pass turn on that. So we have the Super Poly in the hand for the... Or we have the Kir in the hand for the Super Poly. So like they won't be able to really do anything because like as long as we just don't keep them having a fire. And if they get 2 fires on the field, we just Super Poly them away anyway. So we're going to go for Salamangreat of Fire here, which is going to then search for a copy of Balink, or copy of the Gazelle here. Balinks, I'm going to say. So I have to make a choice if they want to go into a copy of the Balinks, which is going to be their second summon here, so they won't be able to activate, they won't be able to summon anything else. They just try to put a Balinks in defense position? That's wild. They are going to put the Nib token in attack, and it is absolutely huge here. They're going to go attack into the copy of the Balinks. They're going to go for a Super Poly here. We can go for a Mud Dragon. That's going to save us. Poplar will spell and trap code itself. But now we're on top deck. We do have Wanted plus Origins in the grave, though, so we will be able to activate the effect of Origins, banish itself, add a copy of Ash. But it's going to be kind of difficult to play around. Or I guess we can also add a Diabellstar to the deck if we wanted to. We could add Oak, but chances are we're going to add the Ash. And then we have our Wanted draw as well. We're going to normal summon with the Ash instead here, searching for a copy of the Oak. Then Ash Effect's going to go for a copy of Flamebird. Flamebird can actually push the token to the spell and trap card zone, turning it essentially into a useless card, a zone blocker if you wish. And we have to ask once again, can we do that? Yeah, you can do it. Same way you can make an anima, equip a token. But it does get some 0 stats, which is really like weird. Because you can't put a token into the spell and trap card zone unless it's treated as like a... It's so weird. Like it just loses all its stats. So it just becomes a token, but it just loses its stats because it's not originally... It doesn't have an original attack, therefore it just can't have an attack, if that makes any sense. There are no battle phase attack with the Flamebird here. And then just pass turn on this. So what is really cool is that if we do get a fire monster on the field, or we find a way to destroy the Flamebird, Flamebird should actually summon out 2 monsters here, which will be under the summon limit. And then we will get to effect like to be able to add back and stuff like that. We just have so much power by just having a copy of Flamebird on the field here. Then we're going to go Gazelle, summon out, dump the Foxy. Foxy can actually destroy the summon limit, which is a really cool interaction that we have here. Sending the copy of Spinny to summon itself out, and then destroy a copy. But we do have a bell for that, saying, yeah, you are not destroying that copy of summon limit. You got to keep that on the field, and now you're playing under your Floodgate. Essentially making them have to beat over their own Floodgate, and they're in the winning position now. Going to be absolutely just destroyed with a copy of their own summon limit. Which is why like the Snake Eye deck can play really, it's like a lot, reminds me a lot of Unchained. You can play around almost every single Floodgate due to the fact that you can just like destroy cards with the copy of Shyama and other cards like that, being able to play through it. And if like, your opponent's flipping up summon limit, chances are you're already losing. But you can always just like go normal summon into battle phase, attack, and then blow up the field. But we will see the copy of Roar being hit on the Flamebird, but Flamebirds will be able to summon back out 2 monsters here. Everyone forgets Roar's secondary effect, but we will be going for Ash and Poplar, and then we can go for the effect there to Princess, destroying the copy of the Ash. What's really cool is Princess doesn't actually have to destroy the card. It's at summoning, which is just so crazy. People tend to forget about that all the time. You know, it just destroys a card on the field. It doesn't have to target the monster that's special summoned out. We're going to see Ash search for a copy of Ponix. And all of a sudden the tides have turned, and do we have a Duster in hand? We just haven't used it yet. Holy. That is a Duster, okay. So we do have the Duster here to get rid of the back row. Summon limit is now gone for good. So we can normal summon out the Oak, activate the Oak with a 0 effect. You know, they have no cards left in the hand. Or they have 1 card left in the hand here, so I guess they will be, you know, potentially able to get hit with a Nibiru or something like that. But they have to get rid of the Princess first, because Princess does protect you from the Nibiru, because we can't summon monsters that are... We can't attempt to summon monsters that are not fire. So we're going to look in the graveyard there, seeing if we have maybe anything nice that we can go for a Hita line, and we do have a copy of Raging Phoenix. They're going to take a second to read the cards that can activate. Obviously, fire can destroy the card, which can trigger the Raging Phoenix in the graveyard, which is pretty cool. But if we just take the Raging Phoenix, they can't do anything with it. And of course, Raging Phoenix, when this card is destroyed, it can summon itself out, then gains the attack of that monster that was destroyed there. I think that fire also says, when a fire link monster, I don't think it has to be a Salamangreat, so even it can like protect or destroy the copy of the Princess, and then Princess will be able to be in graveyard, and then we can go for the Raging Phoenix. Raging Phoenix gains the 23 attack. We're going to go for a Heat Soul plus a copy of Link Kribo here, and we're going to add back the Ash, so maybe thinking that they're going to have another follow-up turn here, and they want to be able to stop any of those effects that search. Going for that contingency, you know, this deck can grind quite well, being able to actually just take control here of the game, and then making our opponent play very slowly here. We do go for that beautiful Starlight copy of Hita, which I hope is in the rarity collection, you know. Give everybody every rarity. Could you imagine having like all 5 Charmers, or I guess 6 Charmers, in the rarity collection, and you end up getting all of them in one pack? That'd be kind of nuts. Kind of nice, too. So if Konami were paying attention, please give us the Charmers in the rarity collection, too. That'd be quite nice. They also deserve, like, these cards are being played pretty consistently. Like, you know, we saw Dark being played for a long time, pretty much ever since it came out, which is why it is the last one that we got. And even, like, Hita, which I believe is the first one that we ended up getting, is now being seen play as well. We're going to go into a copy of the Princess here, and then Princess can reborn out one of our monsters, being most likely the premium. I guess we could summon out the copy of the... Let's see, you go for Kieran or you go for the Flamebird. Flamebird can actually spell and trap card zone their opponent's Princess, and they don't have really any way to bring it out of the spell and trap card zone, so we probably go for Flamebird here. You know, we are not worried that much about the copy of Raging Phoenix, but yeah, so we're going to go for the Flamebird here, and Flamebird can actually, or they're thinking on it. If we go for the copy of Flamebird, Flamebird's pushed. If we go for a copy of the, other one there, I forget, Kieran can be destroyed, and then we get summon with the Ponix from the hand, and then pop a card. But just spell and trapping that copy of Princess is just so powerful. So we're going to go Battle Phase and then Attack. Oh, they might have already tried using the effect of the Flamebird already to spell and trap card. Therefore, it cannot do it again, which we got hit with the Roar. So we are going to activate the effect here of the Raging Phoenix to summon itself out and then gain the attack, which is only a 500 attack. But it is quite good. We may not have a Wanted in the graveyard. That might be the issue here. So we are going to go Flame Bridge to spell and trap card the Princess. Maybe that was the play all along, just trying to do it in battle phase, hoping that they would not pop. They just pass on this. It is a spell, so Foxy can actually activate here, which is pretty cool. We are going to see them activate the effect, attempting to summon out. You know, this is actually kind of crazy. I didn't even realize that you could do that with, and they do get to summon out the copy of the Princess. Therefore, you know, I'm not going to be able to summon out, or I guess you can summon out, but just not pop. Yeah. Which is pretty cool, but you know, it kind of interesting interaction that you can just play through that Flamberge to summon out. But we really have nothing we can go for. We're not playing a second Princess. We can go for a Hita. I don't know if they're playing Access Code still, but if they are, they could potentially have an Access Code push, but the Flamberge will still summon out. We're getting close to time. So like they're going to check the graveyard there. There's not much they can do. We know we have Ash in the hand. And so, like, we're going to be most likely just thinking here. They also are lower in life points, I believe. So we do have the Raging Phoenix that can destroy itself, because we can attack with the Ash and then gain the attack. But we're going to go for a copy of the Hita, I believe. Hita can then take the opponent's Hita, or another big monster there. But they are going to be thinking on this. And they're just going to admit defeat here. Realize they just do not have enough. The opponent has way too much. You know, double Princess, their Princess, and the Flamberge coming back every single turn is going to be too much for them, unfortunately. But hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to see more content like this. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.